Despite the fun, despite the growth, and despite the success, and despite the fact that we still found opportunities to dress up, we found by the end of 2008, beginning of 2009, that things were actually beginning to turn. Every year, round about November, the Admiral Group have a staff survey, and Confused is included in that staff survey. And in past years, we'd had incredibly positive results. Unfortunately, the results for 2008 told a very different story. So our staff measures weren't very good. We found that less than 50% of our staff had received performance appraisals or even feedback on their performance. Less than 60% were happy about the training they received, and they certainly didn't feel as if it was motivating them. And again, less than 60% felt that they could even have a career with Confused.com. Morale was particularly low in some areas, and the results showed that some managers showed favouritism when it came to dealing with staff. All that said, there were some glimmers of hope. The majority of staff felt proud to be part of the organisation. They thought it was a wonderful place to work and really liked what we were trying to do. They would actually recommend Confused, despite all the negatives, to friends as a good employer. They wanted to have a career with Confused, despite the fact that they felt they couldn't. And they felt that they actually made a valuable contribution to the success of the group. So while we had all these negatives, we certainly had a lot of positives that we could build from. And 2007, the turnover was 4%. 2008, the turnover was 17%. It wasn't a good year. So what did we do? Quite simply, we had a SWOT analysis. We had lots and lots and lots of data. We had lots of data from exit interviews, and we knew there were problems. So what we did was we invited our head of HR from the Admiral Group to come across and do a SWOT analysis. And it's quite interesting because staff at Confused are more than willing to share their views as long as we can ensure that it's done in quite a safe environment. And we got some interesting facts from them. The SWOT analysis, what we did was we involved a limited amount of managers. It was predominantly staff who took part in the analysis. And the main points from it were that staff weren't being managed effectively, which is clear. There was a little consistency in the approach to managing staff. Line managers weren't sure what they were doing and how they should be doing it. Communication was sketchy. Goals, there was a lack of direction in terms of goals, and they were often unclear. And staff wanted to be part of a successful company, but they were also well aware that the competition was biting at our heels and we had to do something to turn things around. So we had the SWOT analysis, and just to share with you some of the causes, I mean, you probably picked up on them anyway. I mean, despite the results, you know, we have staff that are incredibly passionate about what we do and how, well, not how we do it, but what we do. But I think it's safe to say that we were kind of a victim of our own success. We committed to way too much. Expectations by staff and by managers are incredibly high, and they continue to be high. So, I mean, the question is, did we actually do too much too quickly? I think it's evident to say that, yeah, we actually did. You know, we changed our technology for the website together with the redesign of some of our pages. We increased the number of staff, we changed processes, we missed deadlines, and we had poor prioritisation. You know, no wonder we had problems with morale and we had people leaving. We focused way too much on the technical side of things and forgot about the softer skills. We forgot to give line managers the skills that they needed in order to manage staff effectively. We also forgot to give them the right skills to actually manage the projects that they were doing. But saying that, we've got loyal staff. We've got staff who want to be part of a successful organisation. So they wanted to change and they wanted to help change the organisation.